Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It's Monday, September 18th, 2023. Here's what's happening today in America. Texas Attorney General acquitted. Deputy targeted. Country singer leaving country music. And hang up the suit, put on the hoodie. It's all coming up. Then Bill will be here with your message of the day. But first, the Attorney General of Texas, Ken Paxton, was impeached by the Texas State House on 16 charges. Well, the Texas Senate just acquitted him on all those charges. The Senate is a Republican majority, but so is the House that voted to impeach him in the first place and sent it to the trial. So he's going back to work today, back on the job. The one senator who did not vote was Senator Angela Paxton, his wife. A Los Angeles sheriff deputy was shot in the head, ambushed, while he was sitting in his patrol car. He was 30 years old and proposed to his girlfriend just 4 days prior. There's no description of the suspect, and they don't know if this was a targeted shooting on that particular deputy or just any deputy in uniform. Also, a retired California police officer was murdered in Las Vegas. He was riding his bicycle down the street when two teenagers decided to intentionally hit him from behind. They laughed about it as he flew over the hood and they drove off. The video was posted online. The 17-year-old driver charged with murder. Video from inside the car, like one of them presumably posted it online. Country singer Maren Morris is announcing that she is leaving country music because of the effect the Trump years have had on the music genre. Country music has been a specific genre since around the 1910s, but it just couldn't survive Donald Trump. And maybe it won't survive Maren Morris leaving. She said, it just revealed who people really were and that they were proud to be misogynistic and racist and homophobic and transphobic. Oh, what will country music do without her? Well, the expression is one bad apple can spoil the bunch. And it's true. Studies have shown that if you take a employee with a bad attitude and you move them to a group of employees with a good attitude, thinking that the people with the good attitude will lift up the person with the bad attitude, doesn't work that way. The bad attitude person tears down everyone else. The bad apple spoils the bunch. I say that because the U.S. Senate has always had a dress code. But because Fetterman, the senator from Pennsylvania, dresses like a slob all the time in shorts and sweatshirts, the Senate has changed the dress code rules. You can now wear whatever you want. I'm Mike Slater. Now to a man who's always wearing a suit and tie, Bill O'Reilly with your message of the day. Next.
The chairman of the Fed is promising more pain ahead. Last year, stocks dropped 20%, and this year could be worse. You are right to be worried. So please call the only precious metal dealer I trust, American Hartford Gold. They'll show you how to protect your savings and retirement accounts by diversifying your portfolio with physical gold and silver. Since I have been a client and spokesperson, the price of gold has appreciated more than 35%. So please call today and they'll have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your IRA or 401k. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $5,000 of free silver on your first order. Please call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD GOLD to 65532. Again, 877-444-GOLD or text GOLD to 65532. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Monday, as everybody knows, the press is corrupt. So there is a tale of two scandals. First, the Dominion voting machine situation, which cost Fox News $800 million in legal judgment. So what happened there, as you know, is that Fox News knew the Dominion voting machines did not malfunction or were not perpetrating fraud, yet the network allowed its commentators and guests to say the Dominion machines were corrupt. So Fox News had to pay. Now we have an identical situation, not quite as intense because it's not a national election, but the investigation of the Biden family finances. So everybody knows that Vice President Joe Biden back then helped his family amass between $20 and $30 million. Banking records show that. That's not in dispute. Yet, the corrupt left-wing media tells you time after time after time there is no evidence linking President Biden with his son Hunter or his brother Joe. That's false. And more evidence may be produced as an investigation continues. So, you got fraud, no doubt about it. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Now let's go to the mail. Greg Dunphy, Brilliant, Wisconsin. I don't believe the federal government's job is to remove Putin. I always thought the job was to protect its citizens from invasion. All right, Greg, I mean, if you want to take an isolationist point of view, it's not going to end well for the USA. I mean, we have to have a world order in order for us to do business. Our economy needs free markets. So if you let Putin run wild, you're not going to have them. You have chaos all over the world. Lisa Lisa Brack, concierge member. I love Shock and Awe. I'm thrilled you put it on BillO'Reilly.com. This episode with Joe Namath and Rob Gronkowski is excellent. I hope there's more to come. There will be. Shock and Awe is our latest feature for BillO'Reilly.com premium and concierge members. Okay, we're giving you perk after perk after perk, and nobody else can see it, by the way. So, start of the NFL yesterday. New York Giants were defeated by the Dallas Cowboys 40-0. At one point, I thought I might have to go in and play quarterback. And it wasn't Daniel Jones's fault. So, I mean, come on. You got to give him 3 seconds to throw the ball. Anyway, that's inside baseball. We got Shock and Awe. It's a good football thing if you're interested. Marilyn Reed, Oxford, Michigan. You mentioned how your new book, Killing the Witches, will explain the Mayflower journey. Very interested because I am the descendant of 2 of the passengers. You will love Killing the Witches. You will love this book. We put you right on the Mayflower, right in the Salem witch trials, then right in the debate on whether America should be a Christian country, and then right on the set of the movie The Exorcist. Wait till you read what happened on that movie set. Killing the Witches. Order now, get it first. BillO'Reilly.com, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You know the drill. This book will keep you up nights. That is for sure. In a moment, something you might not know.
We all know Joe Biden isn't getting the job done and too often is making things worse.
That's conservative business leader Doug Burgum, one of America's most successful governors. Raised with small-town values, Burgum built a billion-dollar company, creating thousands of jobs. As governor of North Dakota, Doug Burgum cut taxes, balanced the budget, and helped pass term limits.
Where we come from, when something isn't working, you stop and you try something new. That's common sense. Joe Biden has got to go.
As president, Doug Burgum will unleash American energy and end Biden's inflation. He'll secure the border to stop the flow of illegal drugs, and Burgum will rebuild our military to win the Cold War with China.
Do you believe that the economy, energy, and national security are critical to our nation's future? Remember, that's why I'm running for president.
Best of America PAC paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.bestofamericapac.com.
Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 47 years ago today, more than 2 million people gathered in Beijing to mourn one of the most brutal dictators in human history. After 3 decades of absolute power, the communist leader transformed China from an agrarian society into a nuclear superpower. He also directly caused the deaths of millions of his own countrymen. Here is the story of Mao Zedong. Born in 1893 in Hunan province to a peasant family, young Mao moved to Beijing as a teenager where he studied Marxist literature. He formed the Communist Chinese Party in 1921. A bloody civil war broke out after World War II. Mao and his crew seized power in 1949 and proclaimed the People's Republic of China. For the next 27 years, Mao Zedong terrorized the Chinese population. Under the guise of rapid industrialization, he instituted several reforms. First, the Great Leap Forward, then the Cultural Revolution. The communist programs caused the worst famines in human history. Through political oppression, starvation, death camps, forced labor, and mass executions, Mao's regime killed between 30 and 50 million Chinese citizens. In September 1976, Mao suffered a series of heart attacks. He died September 8th at the age of 82. After 10 days of mandatory mourning, the Communist Party threw Mao the biggest funeral of all time. His embalmed body lay in state at the Great Hall for another week. Millions of visitors paid their respects, including diplomats from the Soviet Union, East Germany, and North Korea, all communist countries. And here's something else you might not know. Mao's remains are permanently interred in the center of Tiananmen Square in Beijing. Communist scientists constructed a special glass-covered cooler to preserve the chairman, so Mao Zedong's body remains on display in the Chinese capital. Back after this.
Enjoy cleaner, safer, and more private internet daily. Be more cyber zen. For a limited time only, get our special offer at nordvpn.com. With a few simple clicks, NordVPN will block online trackers and hide your virtual location. It will secure your devices from malware-infected downloads and block access to malicious websites. Enjoy internet without trackers. Internet without malicious websites. Internet without malware-ridden files. Imagine your data more secure, your connection protected. Be more cyber zen. Take advantage of our special offer now at nordvpn.com. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.